And now, this is what you've been waiting for. Michigan Mike's College Picks.
Welcome back, everybody, to the season finale of Michigan Mike's College Picks. I'm your co-host, Mr. Michigan Mike. Over here to the left is my co-host, Mr. PL Coulter. What's going on?
What's going on, Michigan Mike?
Man, so last show, we got to finalize everything. We are coming up on rivalry week,
Yes, sir.
weekend. And we got a game to also look at for Thanksgiving as well. To go over the top four, the committee decided nothing's changing. We have Alabama at number 1, Oregon number 2, Florida State at 3, and Mississippi State at 4. Of course, everyone knows I would put Florida State at 4 instead.
Now, Michigan Mike, now,
What's up?
Now, all year, this is a season finale, and I've been wanting to ask you this since week 3. So,
Okay.
what's the deal with Florida State? Like, they're not really on your.
On my top teams? Okay. Well,
Yeah, I'm just curious.
couple things, I guess. A, as a team, they barely win against these boo-boo teams, and it makes me mad. Like, people get penalized like a TCU for barely beating a Kansas, which I understand that.
Right.
But then they're barely beating really bad teams, and I hate it. Also, I don't like Jameis Winston's antics outside or off the football field. I just think he needs to mature, you know? He's in the spotlight, you gotta mature faster, so.
What about his antics on the field? Did you see the whole thing with him and the referee and
Yeah, like,
the way it was
and then he said it was incidental. Okay, incidental.
whatever face you associated with that groan was the accurate face on that.
My lip was pretty high on that one. All right, well, but that's why.
Thank you, because I figured I'd better ask now.
Dang, I hate Florida State. See, now you got me irate.
All right, well, Florida State 4. Hey, you did keep them in the top 4, so kudos to you for that.
So, Thanksgiving Day, we have TCU at Texas. That's going to be a big game.
I think so, too. I think Texas is going to come out and...
Yeah, I mean, they only have TCU favored by 6 points. So, I mean, someone knows something.
Right.
I'm going to actually... I know my family's going to hate me for this one, but I'm going to pick TCU on this one. I just think their defense is going to outpower Texas' offense. And Horned Frogs will prevail on that one.
Right.
Next game we have Arizona State at Arizona. That's going to be on Friday at 2:30.
Now, that's a quality matchup right there, Mike.
Yeah, it's going to be good because Arizona is mostly known for their defense. Their offense, actually. Arizona is known for their offense, and Arizona State is known for their defense. So it'll be a good game, and that will be actually it's even right now. So actually, just who you pick. I'm going to pick Arizona State just because I'm a defensive guy.
Right.
And plus, I don't like Rich Frog. Anyways, so our next one I think will be also a good game. Stanford at UCLA.
Right.
I'm, of course, going to pick UCLA, but they only have UCLA favored by 5. I will still pick UCLA. And, of course, we will save that game for after the regular. We're going to talk about the Michigan-Ohio game, which is going to be on Saturday at 11, and they have Ohio favored by 21 points. We will dot that one and get back to that one after we get rid of the games. Georgia Tech at Georgia. It's going to be Saturday at 11 as well, and they have Georgia favored by 13. I will agree with that.
Right.
I'm going to take Georgia, especially that run game is pretty sick.
Yeah, that's true.
Now, we also have Florida at Florida State.
Now, Mike, who are you picking in this game, Mike?
I guess this is going to be my upset alert because they only have Florida State favored by 7.5, and this has to be our chance to knock out Florida State.
How can they be a 7.5
You know how many-
favorite anywhere right now?
You know how many... exactly, it should be like 2.5.
Right, like...
You know how many people are rooting against Florida State right now?
Right, obviously a lot, right?
The Ohio fans, the TCU fans, the Baylor fans, like everyone.
Right, because if they drop, they're going to drop.
Exactly. So I guess the next one, of course, we can talk about another Big Ten game. Michigan State at Penn State. This is also going to be, I think, a good game. Penn State always plays well at home.
Mm.
I am going to pick Michigan State, though, on this one.
Right, you were scaring me on that one.
And then we have Mississippi State at Ole Miss.
Interesting.
This one, a lot of people are picking the upset on, and a lot of people are picking Ole Miss to beat Mississippi State. I will not agree. I'm going to choose Mississippi State on this one. Even though they're only favored by 2 points, I will take those 2 points.
Right.
And then we have Auburn at Alabama. That's going to be at 6:45 on ESPN.
Prime Bowl time.
Man, that's going to be a tough game. I'm going to choose Alabama, and just the fact he's going to outcoach the Auburn coach. And Nick Saban is going to keep that number 1 spot. He's not going to let go of it. So I'm going to choose that, and they're only favored by 9.5 points, and I think they're probably going to beat them by about 13. So
especially after how last year's game ended.
Yeah. So now we can talk about the Michigan-Ohio game. Let's start off with how they played against Maryland.
I was very pleased with the defensive performance, especially minus Clark. For the most part, I was pleased with Gardner. I think he ran well. I think he threw the ball decent. There was a lot of drops. I was just really disappointed in the special teams in the second half.
Yeah, I would agree with that one as well. A lot of special teams errors, and I would say a lot of drops by wide receivers that shouldn't drop the ball.
Right, Funches.
AKA Funches.
Right, Funches.
And, man, we needed to win that game. Now it's going to come down to this game Saturday against our rivals playing at The Game.
The Game, still.
The Game. They are giving them a favor of 21 points.
That's a lot of points, man.
That is a lot of points in a rivalry game.
Right, and history suggests that it's not going to be a blowout. There's been very few recently.
Yeah. I mean, even
especially under the Hulk era, there's been very few.
Like last year, I mean, we went for a 2-point conversion, didn't get it, so we lost, by 1 point. So,
right.
I think it's going to be closer than 21 points.
Right.
I think our defense, without Clark, is still going to be able to stop their offense. And the only thing I'm worried about is how Garner's going to play.
Right. Because we know that Ohio's quarterback has been lights out the last month or so.
Yeah, so it's pretty much going to come down to Gardner. If it's his last game as I won't say football player, but as a football player and
right. I mean, let's keep it real.
But yeah, that's going to wrap up this season of Michigan Mike's College Picks.
Your first season under your belt there, Michigan Mike.
First season. Now we're going to be coming up with Talking Sports with Mike and PL.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe in a couple weeks or maybe a week. So everyone watch out for that one. We get to talk about all things sports.
All things sports.
All things sports. College basketball, NBA, the whole shebang.
We got a lot to catch up on.
So if you have any questions or any games that you want to get to me, you can always reach me on Twitter at Michael Hasso. That's MichaelJasso. And you can always reach my co-host at
PL Culture. That's at PLCOLTER.
All right, everyone. And remember, you played to win the game. Go Blue.